Halo Combat Evolved, or Halo 1, is the first installment in the massive Halo franchise, a game that influenced every shooter that came out after it. Halo 1 is truly one of the greatest games of all time, and I always find it so crazy that sometimes even avid fans of my channel, which uploads primarily Halo content, haven't even played Halo 1. Also, I wanted an excuse to get all the cutscenes in 4K. Check this video out in 4K, it's pretty nice. I wanted to make a video that showed exactly what it was like to play through Halo Combat Evolved, not just the story, not just the gameplay, both together. In this video, I'll try to condense everything about Halo 1 into 20 minutes, to give you the full Halo Combat Evolved experience without you ever having to play the game. Though if you haven't played Halo 1, you should probably get on that, it's a pretty awesome game. But I think we should get on it, so this is Halo Combat Evolved in 20 minutes. Halo Combat Evolved starts fairly mysteriously with a conversation between Captain Keyes, that's this guy, and Cortana, this person. Well, Cortana isn't really a person, more a computer program. Right now they're aboard the ship the Pillar of Autumn, and chasing them is the Covenant. We'll find out more about all of these characters later, don't worry. The Covenant, a group of different alien species, is chasing the humans aboard the Pillar of Autumn. Right now, the humans on board the Pillar of Autumn are vastly outgunned. Captain Keyes has no choice but to land the ship and all of its crew on the mysterious ring-shaped object in space. This is, of course, Halo. The crew plans a flight pattern and everyone is sent to their posts, including the Master Chief. Now this first section as the Chief is just your basic tutorial section, teaches you how to move around, how the game actually works. But that goes tits up and everyone dies. The captain needs you on the bridge of the ship and you don't have a gun, so you basically just have to haul ass over there. Master Chief then meets with Captain Keyes and gets filled in on the plan. Keyes explains that Cortana, your purple internet girlfriend, can't fall into the hands of the Covenant, and Keyes entrusts Cortana to Master Chief. The objective is to get the hell off the Pillar of Autumn because the ship's going down. Captain Keyes then gives Master Chief his unloaded pistol, and the rest is history. On your way to safety, you'll fight through an armada of Covenant, killing everyone in your path. The game starts off pretty simply. In this section, you're only going to fight grunts and elites, and you have plenty of Marine help on your side. It's not a very difficult mission, but remember, it's still only level 1. Most of the fighting is simple corridor fighting. Enemies aren't going to be that hard to shoot and aren't that far away from you. And if you like the way this looks and you're wondering how I'm playing it, I'm on the Xbox One X running at 4K 60 frames per second on the Master Chief Collection. It truly is one of the best ways to experience Halo Combat Evolved. I'm not even sure how many times I've played this mission through, but I almost always seem to get lost in this tunnel section. And Grenade Spam Alley is definitely one of the best parts about this mission. At the end of the mission, you successfully make it into some life pods with a couple of Marines. Your life pod barely makes it out as you hurtle towards Halo. And at the end of Mission 1, we're left with the assurance of a rough landing. Mission 2, Halo, picks right back up where we left off, crashing into the Halo ring. Unfortunately, Master Chief is the only survivor. The other Marines inside of the life pod didn't make it. But now you have more ammo for killing! Now so far, this video is in 4K 60 frames per second, but we're playing on the old graphics. Part of the reason I wanted to do all of this is I wanted some really nice footage of every level and every Halo mission. But for the most part, when you're playing Halo Combat Evolved, it's better to play the Anniversary Edition. The updated Anniversary graphics are a better Halo experience on almost all of Halo Combat Evolved's levels. Almost. But we'll get to that when it comes up. The objective for this mission is to get your bearings on the new Halo ring and save Marines coming out of life pods. Basically, just kill any Covenant that Cortana tells you to kill. There are 3 groups of Marines scattered across this massive map that you must go to and save. And the mission's really cool because it lets you get to these Marines in any order you want. However, I've played this mission through countless amounts of times and I almost always get lost. But really, all you need to do to beat this mission is get some Marines and put them in your Warthog. In Halo Combat Evolved, the Marines are insanely helpful. In the end, after saving all of the Marines, you're set to dust off and save Captain Keyes.
The enemy has captured Captain Keyes and are holding him aboard one of their cruisers, the Truth and Reconciliation. The ship is currently holding position approximately 300 meters above the other end of this plateau.
Mission 3, The Truth and Reconciliation, is a fantastic mission where Chief and a squad of Marines drop in to run a stealth mission to save Captain Keyes. You're given a sniper rifle with more ammo than you could ever possibly need, and fighting through squads of Covenant with your own squad of Marines is a great joy, though on Legendary your Marines will die fairly quickly if not tended to properly. It's another mission where you're not thrown too many curveballs, and the biggest challenge is just conserving your sniper ammo. Fighting by the ship's grav lift is one of my favorite parts in all of Halo 1. I love the the lighting, I love the enemies coming down, it's just a great section. After fighting your way to the ship's gravity lift, you ascend into the ship itself. The next room can be quite challenging on harder difficulties as you're bombarded with Covenant, especially on legendary difficulty, where there will be far more sword elites coming after you. However, if you can survive the fight, you can pretty easily skate through the rest of the mission. Later on in the mission, you find Captain Keyes, and he has some very important information. Main plot points! Basically, Captain Keyes overheard some guards talking about what Halo actually is. And he doesn't know everything about it because he just heard some chatter, but essentially, Halo is a weapon. And now, our new objective is to stop the Covenant from using it against us. But first, we gotta kill some dudes! You'll fight through some more Covenant, the only trick here is that you can't let Captain Keyes die. Sir, those needles are going directly into your face. In the end, after killing a whole load of Covenant, you steal one of their ships and hightail it out of there. The new objective is to find the map for the Halo ring that you are currently on. If you can find the map before the Covenant, you can use it to find Halo's control room, and hopefully stop the Covenant from using the Halo ring.
The Covenant believe that what they call the Silent Cartographer is somewhere under this island. The Cartographer is a map room to lead us to Halo's control center.
The fourth mission in Halo Combat Evolved, the Silent Cartographer, is all business. You're here to find a map for the Halo ring, and hopefully, then find the control room. Storming the beach is easily one of the most epic moments in all of Halo Combat Evolved, just such a great feeling running up the beach with all of your Marines. And this mission is packed full of Covenant killing. Yay, my favorite! There's also quite a few Hunter fights, which aren't that bad if you know what you're doing. And I absolutely love the anniversary version of Halo 1's rocket launcher, it just looks so awesome. Eventually, you find the map room, and ultimately, this leads you to Halo's control center. You can tell that some of the pieces are already starting to come together, and you can bet that we're heading to that control center in the next mission. And make sure to never forget about the sordid General Elite. He will kill you if you're not careful. Once you make it back to the Pelican, it's time to go to our next objective, Halo's control center.
This is as far as I can go. Roger that. We'll be able to find our way to the control center from here. Good luck. Full hammer out.
The fifth mission in Halo, Assault on the Control Room, hits the nail on the head with its name. This is literally just an assault on Halo's control room. You'll fight Covenant in tight corridors, which by now is something you should be used to. There are also quite a few larger sections in this mission, and of course, you'll always be armed to the teeth. Make sure to strap in though, because this mission is going to take you a huge amount of time. The mission lasted so long that this elite wanted to take himself out.
I'm not coming with you this time. Most of me is down there.
Anyway, this is a mission that can be done quickly if you want to, but if you're like me and like to kill everything, then it takes a while. I don't know, personally this mission always kind of bored me. Until you get the tank! This is the first mission where you get access to the almighty Scorpion tank in Halo 1. Now the Scorpion tank is in every other Halo game in the entire Halo series, but personally, I like the tanks of Halo 1 because the Marines that can sit on the side are so much better. Give one a sniper or a rocket and he'll have a good chance of killing enemies just as much as your main tank gun. I also like that you can see all of your passengers' health bars, so you can monitor their inevitable death. The tank won't speed you up that much though. This is still a very long mission. Playing through on normal, it took me just about 40 minutes. But kill enough baddies and eventually you will reach Halo's control room. It's main plot point time again. Master Chief takes Cortana out of his helmet and inserts her into the Halo ring. Cortana instantly gains a massive wealth of information about the Halo ring directly from the source. Remember, before this, any information we got about the Halo ring was secondhand from the Covenant. We never truly understood what it was. Cortana discovers that the Covenant uncovered something that they shouldn't have. Without explaining herself, Cortana instructs you to stop Captain Keyes, who was on a seemingly unrelated task.
The Covenant found something, buried in this ring, something horrible, and now they're afraid.
Something buried? Where?
The captain, we've got to stop the captain.
Keys? What
The
do we...
weapons cache he's looking for, it's not really... We can't let him get inside.
I don't understand.
There's no time. Get out of here, find Keyes, stop him. Before it's too late!
In Mission 6, we are outside of a strange Forerunner location. We are tasked simply with finding Captain Keyes. The sixth mission in Halo 1, 343 Guilty Spark, is arguably one of the most important missions in the entire game. You also might notice that I'm playing with the old graphics in this particular mission. I've actually made a whole video on why I believe this mission should be played on those old graphics, and you should go check that one out. But basically, to keep it short, this is the first mission where we are introduced to the Flood. And in my opinion, the new graphics are a disservice to the Flood in this particular mission. Just this one. Again, it's mostly a lot of little things, so go check out that video if you care. In this mission, you'll fight through hordes of Covenant like any other mission, but this time you run into a few strange events as well. Later on, you find a helmet of a Marine and you take out his chip, insert it into your own helmet, and watch what happened to him in his final moments. The helmet contains footage of a squad of Marines assaulting the same location that you are in right now. Later on, we see Captain Keyes in the footage. Remember, we're here to stop whatever he is doing. Looks like we might be too late. During this section of the footage, we see Keyes and his squad getting overrun by a strange new enemy. This is the Flood. Danger! 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 These are the Flood, a parasitic organism that can take over a host body. Now this is where Halo lore can get absolutely crazy, but for the sake of convenience, time, and just to put them simply, they're pretty much zombies. If you'd like to find out more about the Flood, why not try out a free 30-day trial of Audible? They're the sponsor of this video, and we'll talk more about them later. But don't take them lightly, because as you'll find out, the Flood are the greatest threat to the Halo universe. The rest of the mission is a backtrack through what you fought through earlier, but this time you fight Halo's greatest enemy, the Flood. Thankfully, if you can grab a shotgun, you'll be just fine. The Halo CE shotgun is easily one of the greatest killing machines known to mankind. Master Chief helps a group of Marines get to the extraction point, and this funny little washing machine named 343 Guilty Spark comes out of nowhere. Then, without your consent, he teleports you away.
We must collect the index before we can activate the installation.
This is the library, a facility designed to study the Flood. You're here because you need to get the activation index. That's this thing. It will allow you to use the Halo ring to destroy the Flood. It's essentially just a key to turn on Halo. This is one of the hardest missions in all of Halo. The Flood in this mission are relentless. They will not stop until you are dead. Sometimes, not even the Halo CE shotgun can save you. There are plenty of situations in this mission where your only objective is to stay put and kill Flood until they're dead and you're not. And it can be very difficult to do that when Flood are spawning all around you. Halo Combat Evolved has a bad habit of spawning enemies behind you, but when it's the Flood, it's even worse. Interestingly though, my only death was a failed grenade jump here. That's what I get for being sweaty, I guess. Honestly, you could show this mission backwards and you probably wouldn't even be able to tell. You kill so many Flood during the course of this mission that all the events sort of just start to blur together and you just remember it as an odyssey of Flood killing. For the record though, I do enjoy the anniversary graphics on this particular mission. I know for most of the footage of the library I was showing the old graphics, but that's because on mission 6 I never play on the new graphics, and then when I played mission 7 I forgot to switch them back. In the end, Chief finds the activation index and takes it. 343 Guilty Spark quickly snatches the index away from the Chief. Seems a little fishy to me. Also, why couldn't he just teleported Chief here in the first place? Would have been so much easier. Oh well. Either way, at the end of the mission, the screen fades to black. We rejoin our heroes back in Halo's control room. Remember, we were here in Mission 5? Well, now we have the key to Halo. We can turn it on and use it against the Covenant and Flood. Great! Chief takes the activation index, inserts it into the Halo ring, and the Halo ring begins to power on. It doesn't really seem to do anything. That's because Cortana was in there the whole time, remember? Main plot point time, probably for the last time. When Master Chief originally left to go find Captain Keyes, he left Cortana in Halo's control center. This allowed Cortana to learn all about the Halo ring and its true purpose.
Halo doesn't kill Flood, it kills their food. Humans, Covenant, whatever. We're all equally edible. The only way to stop the Flood is to starve them to death. And that's exactly what Halo is designed to do. Wipe the galaxy clean of all sentient life. You don't believe me? Ask him.
Is it true?
More or less. technically, this installation's pulse has a maximum effective radius of 25,000 light years. But once the others follow suit, this galaxy will be quite devoid of life, or at least any life with sufficient biomass to sustain the flood. But you already knew that. I mean, how couldn't you?
Left out that little detail, did he?
We have followed outbreak containment procedure to the letter. You were with me each step of the way as we managed this crisis.
Chief, I'm picking up movement.
Why would you hesitate to do what you've already done?
We need to go right now.
Last time you asked me, if it were my choice, would I do it? Having had considerable time to ponder your query, my answer has not changed. There is no choice. We must activate the ring.
Get us out of here.
If you are unwilling to help, I will simply find another. Still, I must have the index. Give your construct to me, or I will be forced to take her from you.
That's not going to happen.
So be it. Save his head. Dispose of the rest.
The objective for 2 Betrayals is you have to stop the monitor from firing the ring. You have to touch these shiny things or something, I don't know. Interestingly, this is the only mission in Halo 1 where you fight every enemy in the game using every weapon and vehicle in the sandbox. At least you have that option. It's a fun mission, sure, but it's essentially the same mission as Mission 5, Assault on the Control Room. And that's because you play in literally the exact same area. At the end, you thwart the monitor's plans, at least for now. But now there's a new plan! We're gonna blow up Halo! How? Blow up your ship! Let's do it! There's a lot of technical mumbo-jumbo in this cutscene, but essentially that's the plan. In order to destroy Halo, we have to destroy the Pillar of Autumn. That's the ship that we came to Halo on in Mission 1. In order to do that, we need Captain Keyes, and in the next mission, we're going to go get him. You are teleported to a Covenant ship where Captain Keyes is being held. You need his neural interface in order to destroy the Pillar of Autumn, which is the ship you rode in on. This mission is fantastic because you go through very familiar locations. Obviously, a lot of the environments are borrowed from the 3rd mission in Halo 1, The Truth and Reconciliation, but there's also a good amount of areas that you've never been to before that are infected by Flood. And I always find the battles fun as you navigate through skirmishing Covenant and Flood. This mission isn't that difficult. You get enough firepower in order to take down the Flood and Covenant that are coming after you. And at the end of the day, most of it's just corridor combat anyway. Yeah, the CE shotgun is literally going to be your best friend on this mission. It kills everything so easily. Just like in Mission 3, you have to fight your way to the gravity lift and hold out against all of the Flood. And I love the idea of defending this gravity lift against the Flood so you can go up it. Maybe that's just because I'm a sucker for the Halo CE shotgun. I mean, I love this thing, if you haven't already been able to tell. You ascend the grav lift, kill more Flood, and eventually find Captain Keyes. You find Captain Keyes, and unfortunately, he has been infected by the Flood. But yeah, we still need that neural interface, which is in his brain, so we're gonna have to get it somehow. I don't know how we're gonna do that, but we'll think of something. Oh no, that's his fist! No! Listen, I know you're thinking about it, but bro, just don't do it. That's not clean, it's put a band-aid on it, you'll be fine. There isn't much more left in the mission. All you have to do is kill some Covenant and Flood and steal a Banshee. And now you all know what time it is. It's time for the last mission in Halo 1. Using the stolen Banshee, Master Chief and Cortana travel to the crash site of the Pillar of Autumn. Detonating the ship's massive reactors will destroy the Halo ring and hopefully save humanity. This is the same ship that we fought on in Mission 1, even though you may not believe it. Only this time, we're fighting some of Halo's strongest enemies. Do you see these dark-colored elites and grunts that carry fuel rod cannons? Well, these are special ops squads in Halo 1. They're only in a couple missions and they're hard to deal with. In this mission, it feels like the Covenant are throwing everything at you. Their best soldiers, their special ops squads. Truly one of the best ways to top off a great game. Chief and Cortana finally make it to the bridge of the ship, and everything looks like it's going to be going to plan. But then your favorite galactic toaster shows up and decides to ruin the party. 343 Guilty Spark makes it impossible for Cortana to safely detonate the ship's reactors. But remember, you play as Master Chief, and he does things his own special way. Kill some more Flood, kill some more Covenant, and make your way to the ship's engine room. Or the engineering department? I don't know, it doesn't really matter. In order to destroy the ship, you need to throw rockets or shoot grenades into the exhaust ports here. With Halo combat evolves movement mechanics, it can sometimes be quite difficult to navigate in this section. No, please! But once you've destroyed them all, it's time for the Warthog run. The ship is going to explode and you don't have much time, so grab a Warthog and get the hell out of here. You have very little time to drive your Warthog as fast as possible through Flood and Covenant all trying to kill you. Try not to fall out, it could mean your death. Hey, is that supposed to be my ride out of here? It doesn't look too good. Yeah, well, of course that wasn't supposed to work. Keep on driving! I think the best part about the Warthog run is at the end you get stuck on all these crates and have to do the last little bit on foot while Flood and Elites and all these other things are trying to kill you. Honestly, they do give you plenty of time. I was kind of dilly-dallying a bit here. But make it to the ship and you have successfully completed Halo Combat Evolved. The only thing left to do is ride off in style and watch the Halo ring explode behind us. And that's pretty much it, guys. We were able to get it done in 20 minutes. That's all of Halo Combat Evolved, the complete experience. Thank you all for watching. This video was incredibly fun to make, and I definitely want to make another one. If you click the LTN logo in the left, you can subscribe to my channel for free right now, and you'll see the next one when it comes out. My name's Luke the Notable. I want all of you to stay notable, and I will see you in the next video.